Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube friends and family and followers. This is Michael Wolf Parsons coming to you from Wolf Customs in beautiful Neosho, Missouri. This is a quick video this morning. I just want to talk about some random things. I have some good news to share. Yesterday, I acquired my first sponsor, and this will be for a set of wheels. And I will release more details on that soon. So right now I am doing my happy dance because I'm very excited about having a sponsor. So I'm going to switch the camera around and then we'll talk about what's been going on. Okay, well, I've not really, the last several videos have been so focused on the Humvee. I just want to do a quick video on the shop, and then I'll finish up with a few details on the Humvee. So now that the doors are finished on the Humvee, I can take a deep breath and slow down just a little bit. And one of the things I did last weekend, this is my relaxation. I've been dying to put shelves up in the shop. So last year, the backstory is that a local convenience store was bought out by Casey's franchise, and they went in and did the renovation, and I stopped in one day and talked to the guys, and they were hauling all these shelves out to the dumpster, and I said, hey, can I have those shelves? And they said, yeah. So I literally have a whole pickup bed load of gondola shelving. So this weekend and a couple mornings this week, I started putting these shelves up, and we still have so much stuff in boxes left over from our move in Tulsa. And one of the things we're started unloading were all these trophies. These are trophies from car shows, some of the cars that I built, and Rowdy, the infamous Rowdy that my husband Doc built. So we've got trophies, and this, of course, he used to race sprints and midgets, and a lot of these trophies are left over from his career in racing. As you can see, there's a lot of midget style trophies up there. So anyway, I was pretty excited about putting in some shelving, and I will eventually take the shelving, the top shelf, all the way down to this overhang where I store things, tubing, sheet metal, and whatnot. So anyway, for those of you who have not watched a video about our shop, I'm just going to pan around. And we're eccentric people. As you can see, we have a random stained glass chandelier. I've got another one up there. I haven't hung it yet. I love my laser lights. I thought they were on, maybe not. We have a, let's see, what year is that? I think it's a 50 Nash up on this 20-foot container, and that was a total riot to put up there. Our old forklift would only lift it about 5 feet. And I told Jimmy to take the tractor on the other side of the shipping container, and I wrapped a strap around the one of the forks on the forklift, threw it over the container, and then hooked it the other end on Jimmy's tractor. So what I did is I kind of used the container as a crude pulley, and so as Jimmy drove forward on the tractor, that gave me just enough more oomph that I could lift up the forks. And we barely got that Nash up there, and then we built the building around it. And as you can see, this is the Lincoln Electric 4510 Torchmate table that I make brackets and all kinds of cool stuff on. We're really blessed to have this. We have a crane. So the backstory on that, I have a story for everything, but I bought this a couple years before I met Doc, and I was at a local auction, and this was laying out in the field, and it was painted yellow and chipping and rusty then. And so long story short, I bought this for $120 without the electric hoist. And I heard some guys behind me, they said, "What just happened?" And one guy says, "I think that lady up there just bought that crane for $120." And so I don't know, maybe they were distracted by, shall I say, my beauty, and didn't know that I was making a legal steal, I'll put it that way, on a crane. So I bought it even though I didn't have the shop. I just knew one day I was going to build a shop and put this crane in. So, and then I'll pan over here. We've got a Diamond T truck sign. We have some neon signs. Some of them I need to do a little repair work on it. As you can see, I have a rather large stereo. We have a business in Joplin that sells insurance salvage, anything. And they had these JBL speakers that was taken out of, I guess, a theater or stadium. And boy, I grabbed hold of those. I got them for pennies on a dollar. And then I'm using Rockville amps, which is a low end, but they seem to be working really well. And here's some of my parts, different things that I can cut out with the burn table. And one thing I did on the shipping containers, I welded expanded metal to them, and that gave Doc a way to hang up mementos, you know, plaques, pictures, cups from his various car shows. Now this part is sort of a mess. We emptied out our 20-foot container. Let me hand back over this way. This is our 20-foot container that the Nash is sitting on, of course. And we're going to make that an office, but when we were building the shop, we put all of our, and I'll pan back over, we put all of our woodworking stuff in that 20-foot container. And anyway, Doc pulled all that out a month ago, and I've got to get a place prepped in this back container back there for our new wood room. Anyway, it's kind of right in the way right now, but and of course that's the 57 Chevy that I've affectionately named the Wolf. Okay, now this container is our tool room, and we have our bolt bins. I have wiring to wire cars, just all kinds of goodies in here. But this container gives us an extra layer of security. If we're gone for a few days, we can sleep better knowing that you know, we have a lock shop and a lock container. Let me come back here real quick. I didn't turn the lights on. This is Doc's area. I made him a slightly smaller area than mine, and this is where he hangs out. We try to keep this area a little bit cleaner, you know, no Bondo dust, no grinding, because he has his lathe back here, and a steel assembly bench. He tries to keep that cleaner just for different projects. Like just a few days ago, he rebuilt one of the hydraulics cylinders on our tractor. I buy all kinds of, if I see a cheap light fixture, again, these are from the insurance salvage place. I don't care if it's a dining room light fixture or a lantern type. I just like all kinds of, I'm just eccentric, so I'll hang up whatever I want. And speaking of eccentric light fixture, that's a chandelier that apparently Jimmy got at a government auction. There's a backstory on that, but I'm not going to say that right now. Of course, here's the front of the 57 Chevy. And this car is sitting on a C4 Corvette chassis. It's all bone stock Corvette underneath those skins. This Chevy's been chopped, sectioned, channeled, and shortened. And this is a louver press, so if you're in the area and you need louvers punched, come to us. We'll punch out some louvers. We have a manual Hausfeld bender. And we have a hydraulic JD square bender. We have a bead roller. This is a Mittler Brothers, and we beefed it up. This is before we had our burn table. We had a dear friend in Tulsa that had a business where he burned parts, cut them out on his CNC cutters, and so he made us this C-shape assembly for to stiffen up the Mittler Brothers bead machine. And sometimes I lose my train of thought when I'm talking. I guess you guys have noticed that. And this is a really cool piece. This is an English wheel. We bought the wheel and the anvil from Hoosier Profiles, and it was a kit. It came with the adjusting bracket, and then again, our good friend cut out the parts for us, and I gave them a sketch, and this is what they came up with, and then we assembled it. And it's a fun machine to work with. And sometimes I like to do art. That's a flamingo I made. Let me pan over here. And speaking of art, this is kind of a cool piece. This is a copper turtle that I made several years ago. Doc took me to a metal shaping class, and that's what I shaped. Whoops. So anyway, and then my last bit of video, I know this is a little bit longer than my normal videos. We're 11 minutes and 54 seconds and counting. I'm working on the doors for the Humvee. As you all know, I got them skinned finished up the rear doors, skinned them last week. I just need to do a little bit of body work to clean them up, where I did some welding across here. So I put in a fiberglass reinforced Bondo first, and then followed that up with I like to use Evercoat Rage Gold. It's a premium Bondo. It really is nice stuff, no pinholes. Sands easy. So anyway, these doors will be primed today and hopefully painted this weekend. As you can see, here's the front door on the driver's side. And it's almost ready to prime. So, friends, I think that's all I have to say on this update. I hope you enjoyed a kind of a short shop tour, or maybe it was long, depending on, I guess, what you consider long or short. And as you can see, I still have work to do. The back's not completely closed in. Of course, there's the big furnace that I built, wood stove, kind of a hybrid waste oil / wood stove burner. I can dump waste oil in this upper tank and then pressurize it and then crack a valve in it. It's really cool if you like fire. Anyway, oh, one last thing. I always dreamed of having a shop with a beam and then a hoist in it on a trolley. So this is a 40-foot beam, and like when I was building the Humvee, this equipment wasn't here, but I pulled the Humvee underneath the beam, and I could just hit my button and raise and lower the body whenever I wanted to. I mean, I've tried everything to take bodies off vehicles, camper jacks, I mean, scary, sketchy stuff, and now it's a dream come true. I have a proper way of doing it. So, well, that's going to wrap it up, friends. Thanks again, and for watching. Please like my video. Please leave a comment below. I couldn't grow my social media without you. So I hope everybody has a great day out there. Be safe, and I'll talk to you next time.